Welcome back everyone, Mariah here. In today's video, we're going over more crypto, Bitcoin related news, and then we're going to be jumping into the price of Bitcoin and where I see it headed in the near versus long term, and if I have purchased Bitcoin after my sell-off quite a few months ago. So I don't know if anyone else, this isn't really Bitcoin related, but I don't know if anyone else is enjoying the World Cup as well. But you know what I love in sports? I've been a big sports fan my whole life. And I played sports growing up, like soccer and t-ball since I was 6, and like basketball when I got into high school. But I love a good come-up story. Like I loved the Michael Jordan docu-series that talked about, I believe it was Scottie Pippen, who didn't even make it on his college team. He was like the equipment manager. Like how amazing is that? So Matt Turner, who was a USA current goalkeeper, didn't start playing soccer until he was in high school. He walked on at Fairfield University, was on ESPN as a number one not top 10 play in 2013 and went undrafted into Major League Soccer. Now he is at the World Cup and hasn't conceded a non-penalty goal in 3 matches. Incredible. Just love a good come-up story like that. I really do appreciate it. So in other news that's actually cryptocurrency related, I don't know why, I just wanted to talk about something not related because I don't know about you guys, but it's all just been really exhausting lately, like boredom. Like, okay, obviously the FTX situation was not boring and it's been terrible and everything else with BlockFi, but it's just tired of everything that's happening. The price of Bitcoin's been a little bit on the boring side. And I think it kind of feels like the calm before like that one last big storm. But just to kind of put things into perspective when it comes to like a recession situation, Twitter laid off 75% of employees. Apple is in a hiring freeze. Amazon laid off 10,000 employees. Snapchat laying off 20%. Meta, we know, laid off 11,000. AMC laying off 20%. And Intel laying off 20%. Just in, SBF says he donated the same amount to both U.S. political parties but did not disclose Republican donations because the media would freak the F out. So, I don't know exactly what's happening behind the scenes when it comes to the FTX SBF situation, but all I know is this. Obviously, we can speculate that he hasn't been arrested because he has donated millions and millions of dollars to both political parties. But it just seems a little bit deeper than that. Like, there is some other corrupt shit happening in that situation for him to currently be a free man. If Elizabeth Holmes got sentenced to 11 years in prison, this SBF situation, something is just not adding up. And what's also really strange, in my opinion, is that he had really big donors, right? Like Tom Brady and his ex-wife Giselle, Shaq, Curry. He had a lot of big names backing him up that invested in FTX. And the fact that all of these people have been burned, and even Kevin O'Leary, and we're not seeing him being held accountable in any way for what he's done, it's just so odd to me. Something doesn't add up, and hopefully, no matter who picks up, I feel like every single streaming network is going to have an FTX SBF docuseries documentary. It's like all of them are obviously going to cover it. And so I am just really curious to see like what is actually happening behind the scenes. Just in, oh look, there might be some accountability coming his way. Texas orders Sam Bankman-Fried to appear in court for a hearing on February 2nd, 2023. February 2nd, this guy's going to be long gone before your stupid fucking court hearing. Okay? This is like ridiculous. Just in, FTX hacker has transferred 255 Bitcoin, that's worth $4.1 million, to OKX crypto exchange. Bankrupt crypto lender BlockFi says they have $355 million worth of cryptocurrency stuck on FTX exchange. It's not stuck. It's just not there. Breaking, Coinbase announces its wallet will stop supporting BCH, ETC, XLM, and XRP, citing low usage. I'm going to go in and call bullshit on low usage. They're anticipating that the SEC will probably rule these coins as securities, and so they're trying to create some separation, which means that maybe I don't really know the status of XRP. Everyone always asks me about XRP. Like, I don't give a shit about XRP. I don't think it's going to do much. It's never going to go back to its all-time highs. Like, I am like as sure as XRP never really working out as I'm equally as sure that Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million. Like, that's how I feel about that situation. Maybe I'm just tired and grouchy today. I'm just tired all the time. And you know what? I think it's because I have low iron, and I ordered liquid iron yesterday, and I'm really curious to see if it's going to help. So it's like, it's just such an obvious situation. I'm just talking about random things today. Like, I track all of my food on Chronometer app, so it tells me like I use it more for micronutrients versus macronutrients, and I'm literally only consuming like 60% of all the iron that I technically need. And then I have like restless leg syndrome, and it's just like so obvious that iron is the problem. So I'm really curious to see if it's going to help me. Maybe I won't be so grouchy on these videos and tired anymore. So let's see here. Bitcoin mining news, miner capitulations in full effect, hash rate dropping off a cliff, difficulty adjustment incoming as well, BTC sell pressure increasing. Sounds like buying season to me. You know, I think that like $10,000, anywhere between like $8,000 and $13,000, I think is such an amazing buying opportunity. I think we're going to have opportunity all throughout that range to purchase. So let's head over to the price of Bitcoin. Whoa, shoot. Look at it. It's shooting up as I speak. It just shot up, this right here, in the last 5 minutes. The low of this candle was 16,564 and the high 16,750. So Bitcoin jumped a nice little $200 just in the last 5 minutes here. But let's go and zoom all the way out here on the weekly chart. So this right here is a weekly candle, and actually these are some highs for the week. Obviously the week has kind of just started. But weekly chart is still looking extremely bearish and not really giving us too much. Let's go and take a look here at the daily chart. Oh, let's see what the daily chart has to offer us. Maybe a little something, something. Let's see. The high of this candle right here is 16,796. We have 16,825. So actually, this daily chart is looking pretty decent on Bitcoin. And if we can see a bit more room to the upside, we have some space here in between here and about 18,300. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin gets up to about 18,000 in the next week or two and then sees a pullback. That's what I'm kind of anticipating after kind of actually seeing this price action in the last few minutes here. Let's go and take a look at the 12-hour chart. Yeah, these charts are looking significantly better than they did for bulls compared to yesterday. We have a green 2 trading above a green 1 on the 12-hour chart. Let's take a look here at the 4-hour. 4-hour looking good as well, making a higher high. Let's take a look here at the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart is also looking pretty darn good. So I think the Bitcoin has a little bit more space here. We might see a nice little, if you want to enter a short-term opportunity, it actually looks decent, not too bad. Let's take a look over here at Ethereum, which is sitting at $1,272. And we're probably going to see the same thing over here. Yeah, actually this daily chart here on Ethereum looks pretty darn good, I would say. And it looks actually, I would say, a bit stronger than the daily Bitcoin chart. So we have Core Scientific sitting at 13 cents, gold sitting at 17.50, BNB sitting at 301. We have Coinbase sitting at 43.11. So a lot of crypto-related stocks as well as altcoins were up a bit today. So across the board, a bit of a green day. Let's go and take a look at Tesla. Tesla was down on the day, sitting at 180. Let's go and take a look at majors here. Let's go and take a look at the hourly chart. So let's see what we got here. So yeah, a down day here on majors on SPY, and then a little bit of a jump off of the low of the day. Let's look at that from a percentage perspective here. So from the low of the day to about closing was about 0.5%. So let's go ahead and see here. I'm going to go ahead and guess that marijuana stocks didn't do all that great today. A little bit more on the neutral side, not a ton of volatility here on marijuana stocks. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So, like I said, when it comes to Tilray, you know, I do have actually a little bit of interest in Tilray after looking at that chart. I would want to see it break above the 200 DMA for more confirmation, but Tilray actually looks kind of interesting to me. It does look pretty interesting. So that's all that I pretty much have for you today. With this last little Bitcoin jump in the day looking actually decent to continue with, looks like more room to the upside. So that's all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love. And if you still yet have your coins on exchanges, I'm not really sure why you've chosen to do that, but I have a link down below for a Ledger so you can get your coins off in exchanges and actually hold them yourself. So for those of you that don't understand quite what a hardware wallet is, you can think of it like this. You have cash, okay? And it's like having cash in your pocket. You have possession over that cash. But if your cash is in the bank, you can request to withdraw it, but they're not necessarily going to give you that money because, well, they hold control over it and fractional reserve banking. So, like I said, that's all I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.